I'm going to show you how to make a quick and easy crispy almond cookie recipe. To start off with the ingredients, you'll need 90 grams of flour, shifted not required, 40 grams of sugar, and you'll also need 3 egg whites. The main ingredient you'll need is the flaked almonds. I like to buy the big bag, which is 230 grams, but you can buy a smaller bag if you want less of the almond taste. You'll also need 2 tablespoons of oil. Before we begin, preheat the oven to 180 Celsius or either 350 Fahrenheit. Now we can begin making the batter. Start off with 3 egg whites. I prefer to start with the eggs because if you drop the yolk in or a piece of eggshell, at least you can scoop it out. Afterwards, pour in the sugar, flour and oil. Also, just a quick note, if you do prefer your cookies more sweet or less sweet, feel free to adjust the measurements anytime. Now we can begin the fun part, which is mixing. Grab a whisk and start mixing all the ingredients together. At first it will look a bit lumpy, but don't worry about it. When you keep on mixing and stirring, the batter will eventually start becoming more smooth. When you're happy with the outcome of your mix, now we can add in the almond flakes. Afterwards, you can grab your spoon and start mixing the almond into the batter. Make sure it's mixed well because this will make a very big difference when you start baking the almond cookie. Once done, we can start prepping up the baking tray. I like to put foil on the bottom and then put the baking paper on top, but the foil is optional. Afterwards, grab your bowl and you can start scooping the batter onto the tray. Afterwards, use the same spoon to spread it out as thinly as possible. If it's too thick, it won't be crunchy when you cook it. It might take a few tries until you get used to patting out how thin it's supposed to be. If you do need more batter, just scoop more and continue thinning it out. Once done, you can put it into the oven for 15 minutes or until it turns brown. The edges will become more brown, but it's okay. It makes it more crunchy and tasty. In the meantime, you can grab the cooling rack and get it ready on the table. Once 15 minutes have passed or until your cookie has turned brown, hopefully it will look like this. While it's still hot, grab a scissor or either use 2 thongs and start ripping the biscuit. Or if you want, you can wait until the cookie has cooled down and then afterwards you can snap into smaller pieces. Once the cookie has cooled down, if it's still white or light brown or if it's still soft, throw the pieces back into the oven. After 5 minutes, it will become brown and crunchy. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. It's easy, it's simple, and it's a good present to give to people.